All right, I got an idea. Why don't I talk about life to myself while I draw another Pac-Man level? So, last time I was here, last time I drew a Pac-Man level, I didn't upload the video of it because I kept saying, a whole lot of times while I was doing that. So, that's something. That's something. We'll see about that. Um, but anyway, let's let's have some fun here. Let's draw some Pac-Man levels. That's interesting, actually. Just opened a window while I was looking away. I don't know that we care about that. So I learned last time that the Pac-Man level editor, apparently this version has some bugs. Unfortunately, I really had a hard time last night trying to find the source code. It's like prohibitively time consuming to find where I put the source code of this thing. So it seems like it would be easier for me to just not worry about it. And maybe that's what I'm going to do. Is just not worry about it. Which means that I got to deal with the bugs, which means that we don't have rotating doors. So I don't know, maybe at some point we'll make the, take the video live from the previous map that I was making or something. But tonight we're just kind of this relaxing thing to do, make a Pac-Man level each evening, I think, until I get bored of it, which might happen pretty fast, you never know. But anyway, so right now I'm just kind of doodling a level. I think this is kind of fun. One of the things that we might want to do as we doodle in this level is give ourselves the Pac-Man here and kind of like play test it, see how we're looking. What do you think? Apparently that zooms out. So for me, that's really loud. I don't know if that's as loud for you guys as it is for me, but I think I'm going to actually just turn down the volume. It's just pretty loud. I think the recording might be a little bit more balanced, honestly. I was looking at that. Maybe for you guys it's fine, but for me it was loud. Cool, so here we are. We have just kind of a fun little level I drew, but you might notice I can run off the side to the next area, and that's kind of confusing, actually. I feel like we shouldn't be able to do that. So one way that we can kind of deal with that, if we just go in each direction, like to the left and right, and just kind of like seal it off, like, I think that'll fix it. If you can imagine, like it kind of just blocks it off here. So if I go up and block the bottom, and that's kind of jank that like we had those on the top, but I can fix that. So talking about life, thoughts in my head. I was thinking about, do I want to care about Warcraft stuff? I shouldn't care about Warcraft stuff, but then I keep thinking about it. It comes back to my mind like, dude, what about that Warcraft stuff? And it's interesting because, the world is the way it is, and I might be partly a part of why it is the way it is. You know that back in 2017, a Blizzard employee said, "Hey man, I can't exactly explain why, but you got to apply to Blizzard. You got to do it." And I was like, "Dude, why do I want to do that? I don't want to work there. They make games that I don't enjoy, like Hearthstone." And he was like, "No, dude, no. We played so much Warcraft 3 together. You got to apply to Blizzard." And I was like, "But why?" And I was sitting and I was at this meeting at work where they were looking at trying to possibly promote me to a new team, even though I had just started like 6 months before or 3 months before or something. I think it was more like 3 months. And it was just kind of like, why am I going to to do that, like to apply to Blizzard and ruin, like it's a horrible time in your career when you've just graduated college and just started a job to just leave because some guy's telling you to do that. Like, there's no way you could explain to your employer or to future employers that you left because this guy said it was for Warcraft 3 and that you were modding Warcraft 3 for 15 years and so you wanted to work there. So I just, like, I didn't even apply to Blizzard. I was like, no. So, if people are bothered about Reforged or something, like, just think about what it would have been if I worked there. Probably would have been worse. I was talking to the bosses at one of those meetings and I was like, dude, I was thinking maybe I should apply to Blizzard. And this was kind of, I was just like stalling the meeting. I shouldn't have told this to the guy. And he looked at me and he said, you should leave that for people who can't do anything else. And I was like, oh, what an idea, actually. I didn't never think of it that way. And, now there's all these like allegations that maybe the people over there really aren't good people. Maybe they really are people who can't do anything else. But I don't know, man. I guess that's just kind of like it's an interesting thing, you know. I ended up getting kind of promoted to that new team. It was really good for me, so it was great. It was great. Meanwhile, Blizzard's doing great, you know. Reforged met targets just like it's supposed to. I think I heard it's over and done now. You know, we're done with that. We met the targets. So that's all good. If I'd have been there, I'd have just slowed them down, dude. I'd have been having so much fun, like trying to mod Warcraft. That's not a good business enterprise, dude. You don't want to do that. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. I should be talking about Pac-Man over here. Like, this level is going to be so boring. Look at how boring this level is that I made while I'm talking. Anyway, yeah, dude. So leave it to the people who can't do anything else. You know, while they were making Reforged, when their guys reached out to me, I was trying to explain to them how they should add a JAS native get ability type ID that takes ability, returns integer. And, you know, I think the dude didn't really, well, in part, like, it probably wasn't reasonable for him to prioritize doing what I wanted. But also, I think that, you know, he talked to me and he was like, dude, it's super complicated. It was like some guy on Discord. This isn't somebody anybody else knows. He just reached out to me about this, like, one ticket in their Jiras or whatever. And, you know, the guy reaches out to me and he's like talking about the ability instance natives. And he's like, dude, yeah, it's super complicated. You know, there's ability class and ability type. And, oh, you mean ability class. And, like, even just trying to talk to him broke down because, like, the words that I use for things, like what is an ability and what is an ability in the editor, they're not even the same words in the source code. And by the next day, you know, his Discord status was like playing World of Warcraft, you know. We leave these things to the people that can't do anything else. Just leave it to the people who can't do anything else. That's what they say. Well, anyway, the good news is I don't ever have to feel guilty about that ever again, because then more recently Blizzard made that post a position about like they wanted a new lead developer for Reforged, and I thought, you know, everybody complains about Reforged, maybe I could fix it. And somebody actually talked me into applying, and they didn't even like call me or follow up or anything. They just like waited a month and sent me an email like, yep, the robot inspected your resume and decided we don't want to talk to you. So there you go. That's great. But I mean, you know, that's like, it's kind of a joke. I'm like pretty glad. Like, you wouldn't want to work there. It's just like, imagine being responsible for Reforged. I could just play this game. Like, what do I want? What do I want out of that? What do I want? Do I want to be creative? I just drew a Pac-Man level. If I want to be creative, I can just make a little editor and make a Pac-Man level. So it's like, what do you want? And I feel like Blizzard suffer from this problem a lot. Like, a lot of people don't take them like financially seriously. They don't like feel this sense of obligation to create Arclight Rumble when they work there instead of upgrading Reforged. And there is a financial obligation. If you work at that company, you're financially obligated to sell bags of gold in Arclight Rumble instead of like fixing Reforged or whatever. That is your job. That is your financial obligation to the company as a company that needs to make money. And so I'm glad that's not me, dude. I work at a company that's more fun than that. It's better. They do better stuff. It's good. So there you go. That's one take on life. But yeah, this level is way too easy, dude. We need like some enemies or something. So let's start putting in. Yeah, we'll put in some of these little ghosts in here, I guess. I don't know exactly how that's gonna work because, you know, it doesn't really seem like maybe it should be how it is there. But this didn't end up how I wanted. Let's put one there. Maybe I'll put one here. Sure. So yeah, I don't know. There you go. What's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is Blizzard Entertainment, LOL. I don't know. The Warcraft franchise is probably not good. Why do you need that? What's the point of that? You can just make stuff. You just make stuff. This is why. A really bright guy, Blade Master Rush. He looked at my YouTube channel one time and he said, you know, it looks like everything you're posting is just what he called a shit post, you know, that it's just making fun. Maybe he's right, dude. You know, when I made this Pac-Man level editor years ago after I kind of graduated from Warcraft 3 and started writing my own games, like, maybe he's right. Since then, dude, it's like, why? The only reason I ever went back is because people asked me to? Is that what it is? That's stupid. You should serve yourself and have a good time, dude. That's a good idea. Did I put the right flag thing? Wait a minute. Return is purple. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's try the level, dude. I think I might have fixed it. Although this is an easy level now because it's too easy. This is chapter 3 of our adventure, although I didn't really publish the video for chapter 2 from last night. And subtitle, what do we want to call this? Like, too easy. That's our subtitle. How about that? This one, it's just going to throw off the user by being too easy. How about that? Although actually now maybe it's not easy because there's so many of these pellets, and now the ghosts are they're invincible. There's no way to kill the ghosts. There's no anti-ghost thing for the player. That's interesting. I wonder. Can I win without Plus, these kind of little corners are deadly. Oh, I should have seen that coming. I was looking at the corner. Alright, well I think that means we should give the player some kind of special power. So, let's introduce, like, what do you think? Maybe, these fire power-ups. Those are kind of fun. You guys want to see the fire power-ups? I think fire power-ups are fun, dude. Let's do it. So you get the fire power-up, and then you activate it, and then when you get in line with a ghost, he'll just throw a fireball at it. It's fun. That's how you do it right there. But eventually it runs out. I didn't get there in time. Alright. That was kind of a close one. There you go. Well, hey, I think that's our Pac-Man level for the day. I'm trying to make one of these every day for fun. Let's go ahead and save it. But yeah, chill out, guys. Hope you have a good one. Do your job. Always do your job. You know, leave the easier jobs to people who can't do anything else. Here you go.